They did.
Veldrain says, I do remember when Mike Lindell used my cancel culture to cancel out of being advertised. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with Mike Lindell today. I got to tell you something. Fuck that guy. Right in the ass. People are like, Aaron, don't you defend everyone from cancel culture? Nope.
I thought you loved him.
Fuck him in his stupid asshole. And by the way, this has nothing to do with politics. I'm like the only guy in the world who hates Mike Lindell, but not because of his politics.
Mike Lindell stopped wanting to advertise with Aaron. Now he hates him.
Because we made fun of his stupid voice. You talk like a mongoloid idiot. Like, what am I supposed to do? Pretend you don't talk like a fucking dipshit? You're a multimillionaire. You're doing fine. You're going to be okay. You used to do crack in the back alley, and you may or may not have sucked dick for it.
Whoa.
Who gives a shit if I make fun of your voice?
Hindsight,
and by the way, I made fun of his voice when he was talking about the election. And whenever he talked about the election, he sounded like a fucking moron. So it was funny to just make fun of him. And then his little underling goes, this relationship is terminated. We're getting rid of your promo code. Oh, suck my nuts.
If I need to jog your memory, it's because they were our advertiser and you talked about having sex with their pillow.
My nuts. Suck on my nuts from Mike Lindell. Do you like weeping into your pillow during Pride Month? Get our rainbow-colored MyPillow, where you can get ass blasted like a world goddamn champion with my gay pillow. You guys should have kept me on as an advertiser because it would have been way easier to handle than me doing this whenever I feel like it. Next time you take away someone's promo code, Tardo, make sure you get their cardboard cutout. I got kicked out of Walmart because I'm a fucking fruit basket. So remember to order your Pride pillows. They're rainbow colored, so when you're taking it in the old keister, you can bite down in safety with our Giza cotton. All right. I can't say Egyptian because they'll sue me. So I say Giza. Bye, everyone. Well, till like 5 minutes from now.
Till next time.
Yeah. There you go. I'm over it,
Man.
to be honest with you.
I like that you're saying it's because you made fun of his voice. You totally talked about biting the pillows while taking it from behind with like a bunch of different types of sex.
So what?
That was the advertiser. I thought it was funny as hell.
So what?
For the record. Just very ballsy.
I can't take my Mike Lindell cardboard cutout and be gay. It's my cutout.
I would like to point out that Informal Warfare gave you that cutout too.
Oh, thank you, Informal Warfare.
I
You're
think
like
he
the
needs a
most
shout
generous
out.
guy.
Yeah.
Sir Kernicus says, do VIPs get wrenches? I mean, if they passive-aggressively, cuntily ask me for one, yeah. I mean, I guess there you go. Now you got a wrench. I mean, that's kind of a question that answers itself, isn't it? Like, hey, if I give you guys a shitload of money, don't you kind of have to give me a wrench? Yes. The answer is yes.
Dude, that was really cool. I've never seen the goal this low. This early.
Well, it's currently $80 because of two guys. So thank you, Sir Kernicus. Oh, no, Tigger next door with 20 on a super chat. So Samuel, Drew, and Tigger, thank you very much. The goal's at $80 today. Andy Lee says, still the best pillow I've ever had. Chad says, have you seen what's in Walmart? And this is the guy who gets banned.
I know. That was my first thought.
They've got toys that will definitely murder children if they eat them.
Oh, my God, yes.
Like toxic toys from China inside of Walmart. Dude. And they don't want that hair lip mustached goofy fucker, that Dave Wanstatt looking asshole, hawking his pillows. And by the way, they sell the shitty pillows in Walmart.
The shittiest ones, dude. I remember like 6-7 years ago, I bought one. It was my first MyPillow, and I'm like, because I was on the mission to find the perfect one that didn't break my neck every, night. And I bought it, and it was the worst fucking thing you could sleep on.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And now, honestly, though, ours are lumpy.
Do you want to just do the MyPillow thing now?
You might as well.
Because I wanted to
save. What do you move on to?
I wanted to save the Mike Lindell thing for the clips page or the clips stuff.
Well, we kind of already started it.
So I've already started it. Skeezy says, I do miss that promo code. I need a few more pillows, but my loyalty to House Imholt prevents me from patronizing MyPillow. Not going to discourage anyone from that. Yeah. Tigger next door says, Aaron, you can't say that about an Iowa radio host. Oh, sorry, behind in the chat. Well, where the fuck were you?
Boy.
Where were you?
A long time behind in the chat.
I could still be making barely getting by money if you were
If you
still around.
Seriously though, like it seems stupid to even ask, but if you could like undo your canceling, would you?
Like because I know what the end result was?
Yeah.
No, I would have done it a year earlier.
Yep.
I'm having so much more fun.
God.
Is it more stressful managing like all the moving parts of a business? Yeah, of course, but it's mine. Like we've told people from like the first week we did this and we realized what, kind of controlling your own stuff was. We were like, it's the best kind of holy shit stress in the world.
Yep.
Like you're like, oh, God damn it. All these moving parts of things to keep track of. I haven't gone on QuickBooks for like 3 weeks. I should probably get on that. Like, that's just one of the things you remember.
Aaron.
And you're like, oh shit, I got to keep the accounting stuff normal. And you just go, oh yeah, but it's,
yeah, I mean,
I control it.
We white knuckle a lot of stuff here, but
and that's
it's cool that we get to.
And by the way, that's because we're just psychos.
Right.
We white knuckle everything because like this, our months happen the same exact way every month. Yet we sit there and shake about it like it's the first time we're going through it.
We shake like Gordy.
Yeah.
When something loud is around.
Like someone could come up to us and go, this happens at this time every month, and at the end of this month, everything works out just fine, and you're doing better than you thought you were ever going to. And we're like, yeah, I know, but we're also lunatics where we go, but we're the most mentally unhealthy people in the regard of we're like, yeah, but I'm also superstitious, so I feel like I have to worry about this so it happens again.
It's weird, like...
If I don't worry, it won't work out.
I feel like you and I aren't superstitious about almost anything but that.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. I mean, it sounds crazy when you say it out loud to people. You're like, I have to be psychotic about these things or it won't be reasonable.
If I don't freak out right now, we're not going to have a good month.
So Not the Bee is not happy that Wal-Mart canceled Mike Lindell and MyPillow. They're not happy about it. So I have to break with Not the Bee here. The way they write this article is very like, we love Mike Lindell. First of all, you guys, if you love Mike Lindell because you're just so obsessed with your pillow and he's the guy who makes it, like, if you love him the way you love Colonel Sanders because you're into KFC, that's fine. That is okay. If you're into Mike Lindell because you think he's standing up for truth and liberty anyway, you're a fucking idiot. No, we don't like people like him. Here's the good test to find out if you should like somebody based on their political shit. Are you taking your political cues from a pillow salesman? You're fucking stupid. Behave yourself.
You've lost it.
Grow up. Knock it off. If a guy who looks like this you're willing to go to war with, you need to stop going to war. You look ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as he does.
It is so strange that like the pillow guy has gone down the road he's gone down.
Not even that. I don't mind that. Everyone's allowed to just have their own shit, right? Like Ben and Jerry's has people watch Israel-Palestine conflict videos as part of employee training. You're allowed to do that. You're in charge. Mike Lindell's allowed to go crazy and go, the Democrats had votes from aliens coming in. He's allowed to do that. But if people are like, I need to defend Mike Lindell because he's my guy and we're blood brothers and we're fighting the same fight. Mike Lindell ain't fighting shit. If anything, it would not surprise me if Mike Lindell came out and go, yeah, I've actually been on the payroll of the Democratic Party this whole time to make Republicans look like fucking idiots. I'd be like, that makes a lot. Yeah, I would say that makes a lot more sense than what you've been doing.
I would actually enjoy hearing that.
Frank TV is bankrolled by George Soros. So anyway, Not the Bee. This is the problem with picking sides. This has always been my problem with picking sides, is that you start to defend people that you know are foolish.
Yeah.
Because there's like your political beliefs, and then there's the shit you just instinctively know. And the shit you instinctively know should always be above your politics.
I would agree.
But nowadays, that's not the case with a lot of people. So with Mike Lindell, people go, okay, in my logical human brain, I know this guy's a full of shit lunatic.
He's gone crazy.
But he's a Trump guy, so I gotta be on his side.
Right.
No.
Don't marry the guy. Don't marry the side.
Right. He doesn't help you. All right. You help him by, giving him a little more support, I guess. But you just look as nuts as he is when you fall in with him. You know that term they used when you were a kid, running with the wrong crowd?
Yep.
liking Mike Lindell for his politics is just running with the wrong crowd.
Somebody should yell at you for being obsessed with him.
Yeah.
The crack addict slips through sometimes.
He's the crack addict pillow guy. You don't need to have his back when it comes. So this Walmart thing, I will say this. Why did Walmart choose now to get rid of MyPillow? See, like, I feel like this isn't a political thing.
I was hoping that they would tell us something specific, because it does seem like if you were going to break ties with him, it could have happened.
Right.
With the Dominion shit.
This is why I actually kind of get Walmart's back in this whole thing, is because I think this might have just been a merchandising deal that expired and they're just not renewing it. Like,
that would be.
They looked at MyPillow sales on Walmart.com and they went, it's costing us just as much to provide this product as we're getting out of selling it.
I bet he's not selling the way he used to.
Sure. Well, I mean, when you sell a thing like pillows, what do you do when everybody has a pillow?
Right? It's not something you keep needing another one of.
Right. I mean, well, you're supposed to change them, but who does?
You're supposed to, but nobody does. And then I feel like he preaches about how long his last, too.
Yeah, it's kind of a self-defeating.
Because you can wash it.
Yeah. So Walmart got rid of MyPillow, and then like the usual guys, Jack Posobiec and all these right-wing grifters are out there going, Walmart canceled Mike Lindell. You know, all these Republicans, they talk about being canceled.
Yeah.
And it's like the best business move in the world for them. So I'm sorry, I don't buy these right-wing grifters when they talk about being canceled. You know who the first one of the right-wing grifters to talk about being censored or canceled? I went, I don't believe you guys anymore because you guys just do this as a way to make more money.
Ooh.
When he would do the YouTube shit.
Yeah.
YouTube is censoring me. You dressed up like a trans person and yelled the gay F word at a bunch of people. They're going to make you sit a few plays out for doing that shit.
You know what I never got either when he did that is like, if you hate YouTube so much, why are you still broadcasting on YouTube? Move.
Right. Because I want the money. Because
one.
When I come back, I make more money.
Yeah, of course.
That's the problem. So
the grift.
Right. When I get these right-wing grifter guys like Posobiec, like Charlie Kirk, like, Steven Crowder and guys like that. Matt Walsh is the newest one. Have you ever seen Matt Walsh?
I have not.
This guy is bad. If you guys are Matt Walsh guys just because he's like a conservative guy, you guys got to stop. You know what we have to get back to? Here's something that would make me get more of you conservative people's side. Degenerate conservatism. Like, be the thing that these lefties you don't like aren't. Be the thing they aren't. But also be degenerates. Like, be scumbags. Be shitty. Drink. Smoke. Okay. Do all these things. Like, I don't like this resurgence of decency that the right is trying to pretend to have. Like, oh, the children and all that. Fuck that. Your children are going to be fine. Take care of them, raise them, keep your eye on your own bobber. But they all get this moral haughtiness about them now, and I'm worried about that because I guess in my life, I have the degenerate view of society and the world that like liberals do. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care if people cut their dicks off. I don't care if people become trans. That's fine. My only problem with the Democrats is they feel the need to yell at everybody about it and tell everybody about it.
Shove it down your throat.
Leave me the fuck alone. That's my problem with Democrats is not the shit they believe. I believe the shit people personally believe is harmless to me. It's the you have to do it too part that I don't like.
Well, I think Republicans, like you're complaining that they're being like all decent and such, but I think that's just the backswing to the other side of things right now.
The part about Republicans I'm fine with is they're like, hey, don't bring your kids to drag shows. I'm like, well, that's a very reasonable take.
Yeah.
But then they go overboard where they're like, we need to be trad again and save yourself for marriage and this, that. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Are people saying that?
Yes. Yes, they're like
Jesus.
family values people.
Nobody does that.
So do cocaine, drink, smoke cigars, gamble like a degenerate, have fun, just leave everyone else alone. Cut your dick off if you want to, swim against a bunch of girls if you want to. That one I wish they'd stop. But again, you all need to stop worrying about each other. You know what? Here's Aaron's advice. Imholt 2024. Stop caring about each other so much. Because we're not good at it.
Only care about you.
We don't care about each other and then give each other food and clothes We care about each other and go, you stop doing that. Do this thing. I care about you, so do it what I want to do. We don't care about each other and go, I don't really care who you voted for. I heard you were hungry. Here's a sandwich.
That's true. We only care about each other when it's something negative.
Exactly.
That is very true.
So, like, when it comes to this Mike Lindell now, people are getting his side. They're getting his back because he's a Trump guy. That's not important. What's important is the MyPillow guy is a fucking psychopath, all right? He's not right in the head. And the Democrats, you know, the people on the left on the internet who take sides when both these sides want them destroyed, they're happy about the Mike Lindell thing, not because they think his pillows suck, but because he likes Trump, and that's another Trump guy who doesn't get to sell his stuff. What the fuck does the pillow guy not being able to sell his pillows have to do with you and your relationship with Donald Trump if you ever had one? Nothing.
He's just a branch off of him.
Stop this.
Anyone who has any kind of Trump-like association ever, that the other side hates.
So all these people on the right now are going, Mike Lindell has been canceled by Walmart. He hasn't really been canceled by Walmart. Their deal ran out. See, the reason so many people on the internet who make a living off of riling people up don't tell people the truth most of the time is because 9 times out of 10, the truth is actually really boring.
Right. Oh, his deal ran out and we're not renewing.
Yeah, his deal ran out and we're not renewing. We're not selling his pillows anymore.
That's not sexy enough.
That's not sexy. You know what it is? Walmart cancels MyPillow because Mike Lindell's a conservative. The Walton family, if I'm not mistaken, are a bunch of conservatives from like fucking Bentonville, Arkansas.
Okay.
Like it's not like the Walton family is like, you know what we need to do? We need to make sure that more kids get their dicks chopped off and become trans. I don't think Alice Walton is down with that shit.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
So Walmart is far from the only retailer to cancel Mike Lindell's company. Yeah, you know what? We officially might have to stop using the word canceled because people are abusing it. It's like all these other words.
Karen and all that.
Karen, boomer, all that shit. They work for a while. They serve a purpose. Cancel is another one. Now every time someone's contract runs out, they're going to be like, oh, LeBron James canceled by the Lakers. It's like, no, they had a 3-year deal.
It's over, guys.
Deal's
it's okay.
Up. He hasn't been canceled. So apparently as of the 15th of June, the executive vice president of Walmart told Mr. Lindell over the phone that Walmart would no longer be carrying MyPillow products. The decision to pull the pillows from Walmart's aisles comes about a year after a petition demanding that retailers do so reached 100,000 signatures. Well, that's how you know that this has nothing to do with that petition.
Right.
Walmart didn't find a petition from a year ago and go, oh, you got to get rid of this fucking guy.
I don't think they were sitting and pondering about it for a year either.
Right. They haven't.
Corporations, I think, are going to deal with that quicker.
See, this is where Not the Bee loses me. He goes, if you question the 2020 election, then you are too evil to do business with. That they've been, let's see, we are, a year and a half removed from the 2020 elections? Mm-hmm. They've been doing business with him for a year and a half since that ended.
Yep.
So I don't really see the problem.
More basic explanation to things.
Yeah. Coltrane says, I'm a righty and could give a shit about the MyPillow guy. I agree.
Right?
Well, I'm not a righty or a lefty. Dude, I have some shit that it would scare you how right I am about it. And I have some shit that I'd scare you with how left. Ask me about drugs and prostitution. You'd be like, Aaron is a lunatic, lefty, anarchist, crazy person. And then ask me about crime and they'd go, oh my God, Aaron's a Nazi. Like there's just so many things I'm like super conservative about, and then so many things that I am radically. You know what? This is something where people go too far in one direction, and it makes me look like I'm not that thing. Mm-hmm. Do you know what April knows this about me? Do you know what I'm actually pretty radically liberal about? This is gonna sound weird. Trans people.
Yep, I feel like we both feel that way.
I don't care. Like,
but not caring is not enough right now.
It's not. That's my problem. Like, my position historically is radically left. My position is, you want to mutilate your own body to become a gender that you feel that you are in your head. Like, my thing about trans is this. Someone says you remind me of junior high me. Accurate. Very accurate. But my thing about trans is this. I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I know what's going on in your head better than you do. There is probably a small percentage of the population that if they looked different and had tits and got to touch them and shit, they'd feel better. Okay, go ahead.
Chance.
You doing that has no effect on my life. No impact. But you do have chemical advantages over women. I don't want you beating them up. I don't want you playing basketball with them in competitive sports. That means something. That's not okay. No ladybugs situations going on.
So, I don't know. So you said that, you can be really radically right or left on different things. I feel, as weird as it sounds, that's how most people should be, because that shows that you can make your own opinions on certain subjects instead of just being married to one side or the other.
Do you know how many people my crime, like I said, I'm far right on crime. Do you know how many people that I would be fine with? Like, I'm not like Ned Stark, where I'm a guy who's like, if I pass the judgment, I swing the sword. I'm too much of a coward for that. But do you know how many people I would be totally fine putting to death for certain crimes?
Yeah. And I think if a lot of us were honest with ourselves, we'd be able to say the same thing.
Yeah. Or do you know, OBS just disconnected. It'll reconnect here in a second. Do you know how many crimes like I would let people out for? And then, guys, if you're having problems, just hit refresh. Our OBS went down for a second. We're fine. Or do you know how many people I would be okay with letting out of jail? Like, there's a large group of people I would be fine with just walking free today. And then there's a lot where I go, why are you even on the earth anymore? Like child molesters, murderers, shit like that.
That's how a lot of people feel, but don't feel okay to say that out loud.
Right. Gone. Bye. You're done. And then a lot of others who are like, I'm in here for 15 years. I'm like, what are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here.
There's a lot of people that don't deserve a second chance after things they've done. As far as letting people out of jail, I'd have to think really hard about what I'm okay letting back out on the streets.
I'm thinking drugs and hookers. And people who have been with hookers. Those are the three groups of people.
As long as you're not hurting people. Yeah. I mean, drugs is always a tough one for me, because I feel like the more dealers and shit are out there, like, that's more shit for your kids to get into and fuck their life up to. Like, you are in...
Okay,
you're indirectly like hurting people.
Like drugs or alcohol. If you sell it to kids, you're done.
So there's rules.
Well, there's rules on alcohol. There's rules on cigarettes. You can't sell it to people.
I'm saying
of
as
this
far
age.
as who you're allowing in and out of jail.
Well, and if we're talking about legal sales, like, you can't just set up on a street corner and start selling booze.
No.
So it'll be the same thing with heroin, cocaine, marijuana, everything else. You can't just...
So you're saying there should be like stores, as in like dispensaries.
Right. At heroin stores. I want cocaine and heroin stores.
Where they have to like check IDs and shit before you buy.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not against that.
I'm loving the idea of a heroin store. I'm thinking of logos. I'm thinking of branding.
Sure.
Yeah. So if you let people out, it fucks with the job numbers. Oh, that's true. That's true. At least they're making license plates in jail, right? All right, so let's, this Mike Lindell thing, I figured I'll just step aside for this. We'll let April talk to him about it, okay?
Oh, okay.
I can sit here. Yeah, I can sit here and yell at everybody about the MyPillow thing and who should believe what and what's dumb and what's smart and all of that. Or I could just bring the guy on the show and we could ask him about it. You want to talk to Mike Lindell about this?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, I'm going to fuck off for a minute. Good morning, everyone. Ignore my third hand. Maybe I can get it under the table. There we go. Now it looks like I'm playing with my pud. Good morning, everybody. How are you? April, hello.
Good morning, Mr. Lindell.
It's wonderful to have you, and good morning on the 17th day of June in the eyes of our president and savior, Donald J. Trump. How are you?
Sir, you know that's not accurate at the moment, correct?
Yes. What did you say?
Donald Trump lost the last election.
Donald Trump did not lose the election. Hi, everybody. Donald Trump did not lose the election. It was stolen from him by a bunch of Jew cowards.
Sir, it's been proven time and time again that's not true. You got to let it go, buddy. What keeps you going on this?
Rampant amounts of crack cocaine.
Sir, I thought we got some help for that.
People tell me that I make too much money to go to use crack. People also tell me I make too much money to drink RC Cola, but I like the way it tastes. Same with crack. Anyway, the whole thing about you saying the election isn't true. I think that's not true. The saying it's not true is not true, and I don't think it's true, the truth that you're saying.
Well, why are you so stuck on that, though? Why do you believe that Donald Trump is
Because I was promised a second term would make me the Secretary of Pets, and I would get to tend the rabbits if Donald Trump won a second term. Now I don't get to tend the rabbits, so I shook a woman to death after breaking her boxer husband's hand.
Can we get some reporters in here?
I was traveling the country working as a ranch hand with a small fella who looked like a legless lieutenant, and I ended up squeezing a woman to death so I don't get to take care of rabbits.
Jesus, got to take some notes here to send to the authorities.
Well, anyway, the Walmart thing.
Yeah, the Walmart thing. What happened? Why'd they, quote unquote, cancel you? What happened?
Bunch of gay F words.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe that?
Sorry, I'm a little sensitive about it.
I can tell.
But they should all be thrown in a fire pyre.
Now, is there any chance that maybe the sales just weren't where they should have been and they could have just let you go?
Why would people stop buying pillows?
Well, everyone's got one.
Buy a second one. Do you know how lucky you are to even have pillows? When I was living on the streets, smoking crack cocaine, and maybe or maybe not filleting men so I could get drugs, I would have killed for a pillow. You know what I slept on?
What?
I slept on a dead homeless man's severed arm for 3 nights in a row.
No.
And you know why?
Why?
Because I was happy to have something to sleep on, even if it was Jeremy's hand.
Jeremy, huh?
That's the name I gave the arm.
Now, would you say that's your inspiration for starting a pillow company? Is the homelessness? The drugs?
No, I actually think we should gather all of the homeless people on an island and drop a tactical nuclear weapon.
No. I was about to start saying, like, if we could just focus on the pillows and, leave all the rest of the bullshit out, maybe.
What bullshit? What are you talking about?
I
agree.
Election hubbub.
No, I agree. We should cut out all the bullshit and only focus on overturning the 2020 election.
No, Mr. Lindell, no.
The pillows are bullshit.
Focus on your
pillows. Dog beds are bullshit.
Focus on your waffle blankets and your slippers.
Waffle blanket, schmoffle blanket. Man. We've got an asshole who's run by Soros in there.
There's no talking to this guy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sir, I think it's all going to be okay.
Yeah, says you.
What is this really changing your life right now, how the election turned out? What is really affecting you?
Honest.
I
just want fucking Don to call me, and he doesn't call anymore now that he's not president.
See, now we're getting somewhere.
I just want the guy to fucking call me.
Well, have you tried just reaching out to just him instead of
No, instead I accused the voting machines who ran the election of tabulating the votes purposely against Donald Trump with absolutely zero evidence, and now they're butt-fucking me in court.
No.
So I guess you could say I took the wrong route on that one.
I think so, sir. See,
I just wanted Don to call me, and I thought that maybe getting involved in a $3 billion lawsuit would make me less of a hot potato and make him give me a jingle.
But don't you see now how that you've put Donald Trump in a position where even he doesn't feel comfortable calling you? It's been too much.
I guess I can see how maybe my own toxic behavior has led to the consequences and the pariah status that I've reached now. But you know what else I've learned?
What?
Dominion is run by Jews and they wrecked the election and Donald Trump will rise again. Bye, everybody.
Guys.
Buy a MyPillow, but more importantly, January 6th is a hoax.
We got to get rid of this guy.
Oh, my God. He's losing his fucking mind.
Maybe it's the high gas prices that he's so pissed about.
He's got to stop huffing it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Did he blame the Jews for the election?
He did. I don't know how that's their fault.
I don't know what the Jews did to Mike Lindell, but
he's a very angry man.
He's very upset. Anyway.